onto your hands and your knees, your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath the hips. Pushing the hands firmly into the floor, you're just going to go to the left side, and then you're going to go to the right side. Inhale, go forward, exhale, take it back. We're going to do circles. Inhale, round, exhale. Take it to the right and take it to the left. Let's go, taking it to the left, over to the right, and round one more time. Slowly come back to center. Drop the belly, lift the chest, stick the bum out. Exhale, round, look into the navel. Cat-cow, inhale, rise the chest. And exhale, flow. Feel the vertebra moving. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to a flat back, we're going to hold it there as we walk the hands forward, keeping the hips over the knees, slowly releasing the chest to the floor. Perfect pose, first, second, third trimester of yoga, as well as postpartum, relieving the back of the aches. We're going to hold it here for quite a while because I really want to get into the spine. So we're going to breathe. Some of you might not be able to touch the floor. That's fine. We're not here to do a pose perfect immediately. We're all imperfect. And we're going to hold. Keeping the shoulders there, you're going to slowly take your hips to the left. Keep the chest coming to the floor. Take it back to center and over to the right, chest down to the mat. Now in yoga, it's very different breathing from Pilates, very different movements. Inhale, slowly come back to center, hold. Inhale, release the chest to the mat. Exhale. Inhale, release the chest to the mat. Exhale. Slowly coming up onto all fours. Tuck the toes behind you. Rise the bum up to the sky. Downward facing dog. The most famous pose in yoga with the most amounts of benefits. And we breathe. We drop our right heel down, bending our left knee. We bend our right knee, drop the left heel down. We lift both heels up. We drop both heels down. We slowly walk our feet in between our hands and we fold. Keep the knees bent. Bring the forehead to the knees and then exhale, extend both legs out. Bend the left knee. Bend the right knee. Come back to center. Look up, lift the chest. Bending the knees. If you battle here, you can use blocks. If you do not have blocks, find something around the house that resembles a block. Shoebox would be perfect. Lift the chest. We're going to hold this pose. The weights in the feet need to be even in the front and the back of the foot as you're lifting the chest, but still sticking the bum out. You're finding that opposition through the body. 3 more breath cycles. Bring your arms up next to your ears and looking at the fingertips, rise all the way up. Bring your hands down by your side. Interlace your hands on your back. Squeeze the palms. Keep the elbows slightly bent and pull the hands away from the bum by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Don't push the pelvis forward. Don't push the chest forward. Hold and breathe. Release the hands, bring the arms up to the sky. Take the right hand around the left wrist. Take the hands over to the right, keeping both arms straight, hips to the left. Bend the left knee. Come back to center. Change the hands. Left hand around the right wrist. Take it over to the left. Bend the right knee. Breathe into the place where you feel the opening of the stretch. Slowly come back to center. Release the hands down by the side. Exhale. From the hips, fold forward. We're not folding from the back. That's not where you fold from the hips. Place your hands back down on the floor, on your blocks, on your box. Then rise the chest up again. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. I'm trying to engage and build the muscles in the back as we breathe in and breathe out. So as you pull back with the bum bones, heels pushed firmly into the mat, but still rising through the chest in the opposite direction. 2 more breath cycles. And exhale, fold forward. Move the blocks out of the way. Walk back into downward facing dog. And release the knees back down to the floor. Walk the hands forward, and again we're going to come into puppy pose, bringing the chest to the floor. Should be a lot more open. Then we're going to breathe. Slowly coming out of there, which is one of the hardest things to do, we're going to come onto all fours again, and we're going to step the right foot in between the hands, and we're going to take the left knee back. Don't put the foot in front of the left knee. It's as if you're on railway tracks. Bringing that pelvis forward, holding. Breathe in, breathe out. If you battle to put your hands on the floor, use blocks. Using blocks doesn't mean that you're a little bit less than anybody, but you're helping your body. Lift the chest, rise the chest. Walk the hands back a bit and extend the right leg out, folding forward. Please, I don't want to see rounding backs. I'd rather see bent knees. 3 more breaths. Rebend into the right knee as you place your hands on top of the right knee, interlace them, push the knee away, rise the chest. Inhale your arms up next to your ears, lean back, circle your arms around, interlace your hands behind your back, elbows slightly bent, squeezing from the shoulders. Lean back, try to get that hand to touch the back left heel. Inhale your arms up next to your ears again as you place your hands either side of your right foot. And take your right leg back to join your left knee. Puppy pose, walking the hands forward, bringing the chest to the floor. And breathe. Making your way out of there. Onto all fours. Step your left foot in between your hands this time. Right knee goes back. Keep drawing that right hip forward as you draw the left hip back. Lift the chest. You can use your blocks. Slowly walk your hands back a bit as you extend the left leg. Fold forward again, flat back. Always finding the length and space in the body. Rebending into the right knee. Place your hands onto the left kneecap. Interlace the hands, push the knee away, lift the chest. Extend the arms up next to the ears, lean back. Circle the arms around, interlace the hands, keep the elbows bent. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest, lean back. Inhale your arms up next to your ears. Place your hands either side of your left foot. Step your left knee back to join your right knee. And again, last puppy pose for the day, bring the chest to the floor. If you feel you're open enough and you want to go there, look to the fingertips, onto the fingertips, and rise the whole forearm off of the floor. And breathe. Pulling back with the bum. Slowly coming out of there again, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, rise the bum up behind you. 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 4. Walk your feet in between your hands, toes touch, heels slightly separated. Place your whole hand underneath your foot from the front toes touching the wrists. Keep the knees slightly bent. Straighten your arms, lift the chest, lengthen the body. All you do now is just bend the elbows, pull the forehead towards the knees. And breathe for 10 breath cycles. It's all about patience of where you are in every pose. You might want to get out of there very quickly, but the breath, focus on the breath, focus on the counting of the breath. Inhale, exhale, last big breath in. Exhale, inhale, lift the chest, look up, lift. And exhale, fold forward, release your hands. Come onto your fingertips, rise the chest up again and bring your arms up next to your ears, rise all the way up, circle your arms behind you, interlace. Coming into chair pose, sitting down as if you're sitting into a chair, sitting back into your heels. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale your arms up next to your ears. Exhale, bring your chest to your knees. Place your hands onto the floor, fold forward into the knees. Fingertips to the floor, look up, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, walk back into downward facing dog. Coming forward, we're going to drop the knees to the mat and then drop the whole body down onto the floor, bringing the belly to the mat, forehead to the mat. Circle your arms behind you onto your bum, squeeze your palms together, pull the hands away from the bum as you lift the whole body off of the earth for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Slowly place your hands down on the floor next to the ribs. Straighten the arms. Come off the knees, upward facing dog. Drop the knees down, push back into rest position. Walking your hands all the way over to the left hand side, sternum onto the left knee, right hand on top of the left hand. Finding the length through that right side body, breathing into the opening of that body. Bring it back to center and take the hands all the way over to the right, placing the left hand on the right hand, sternum onto the right knee, fingernails on top of each other, and breathe. Bringing your hands back to center, rounding yourself all the way up, sitting onto your heels, knees together. This could be very uncomfortable for some people. If it is, just stay there. We're opening the lymphatic drainage system of the body. Inhale, right arm up next to the ear, right hand in between the shoulder blades, left hand onto that right elbow. Take it over to the right and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Inhale the left arm up next to the ears, left hand between the shoulder blades, right hand on the left elbow. Let's take it over to the right. You'll feel a very big deep opening in your serratus, the internal intercostal muscles, and breathe. Bring oxygen into the space of the body or into the body. Slowly coming back to center, and we're going to come to sit on the bum. Extending the legs out in front of you, pull the fleshy bits of the bum back as you rise the chest, and again from the hips we fold over the knees, bringing the hands around the baby toes. Now if you battle to touch the baby toes, I don't mind you putting your hands onto the mat either side and using your fingertips to pull the chest through for 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, chest. And exhale, coming to lie on your back on the mat. Open your feet as wide as the mat and then slowly take the knees over to the left. Inhale the knees back to center, take the knees over to the right. Inhale back to center, over to the left and hold it there. Now listen to the cues. The left foot on the right knee. And breathe. Slowly bring the knee, release the left foot back to where it was. Bring the knees back to center and take the knees to the right. Right foot on the left knee and breathe. Slowly bringing that back to center. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. Coming into happy baby pose, we just lift the heels up to the sky and you place your hands around the baby toes, keeping the elbow in the knee. Push the knees out. The feet should be underneath the armpits or in line with the armpits. And you keep dropping the tailbone down. It's basically how a baby lies on its back and plays with its feet so easily. Keep relaxing with every breath. You inhale and you exhale, let it go. Slowly bring the knees back into the chest, squeeze it in. Extend both legs out in front of you. I will always end my classes in a fish pose, propping up onto the forearms. Don't allow the elbows to come too far up to the head. Try to get the elbows more down to the hips. Lift the chest, drop the crown of the head onto the floor behind you. Hold. We're going to lift the left leg up and breathe for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Don't let the chest fall. You're still continuously pushing those elbows into the floor. Last inhale. Exhale, release the left foot down. Let's inhale that right leg out, straight leg. Exhale. Slowly release the right leg out. Release the legs, imprint lower back, middle back, and upper back. As we extend our legs out in front of you for Shavasana. Feet as wide as the mat. Hands lying next to the body, palms up. Relax the neck into the earth. As you release the space between the eyes, relax the jawbone away from each other as you bring the tongue to lie to the palate. Relax the fingertips and the toes. Take last inhale. Exhale, release your breath, coming to normal breathing. And you're going to lie there for about a minute. You can come into your gratitude. You can say your prayer. You can give thanks. Thank you very much for joining me for today's class, and I hope I see you for the next 20 days.